No way! The science module just survived the crash anyways. What? How? I'm so confused. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program with me, Spacefish. And welcome back to Kerbin at night. Isn't it beautiful and peaceful? But it is time to head on, because if you'll remember, if we go out to the tracking station here real quick, we do still have the Munar Magic Mark 1 orbiting the moon in close proximity of our Dart Mark 1. And on that very Munar Magic is, of course, Jeb, just waiting out there in Munar orbit for like the last 4 weeks for me to finally play Kerbal Space Program again with you guys and get him back to Kerbin. He's still out here nice and content and happy and everything, but I think it is about time to get him back. Now, first things first, I've really got no clue where that satellite went to. Certainly coasted away a bit ever since the last time, didn't it? Well, I don't quite know. 1.4 meters a second? Where is it at? Do you all see it? It was down below here the last time we left it, but certainly no more. Should be that way. Is it? No way. It's exactly... not quite sure. Is it that way then? Must be somewhere there, yeah. Okay, I've got absolutely no clue where it went to, but it's like somewhere all the way out there. So before we actually go for a little bit of a return maneuver, do I see the bigger rocket from here? Nope, doesn't look like it. But before we go for returning Jeb, I just want to check that we've actually brought all the research with us. It looks like I have taken the research from here, and it also looks like there is no more research modules on here. So we can happily really leave that thing in Munar orbit pretty much forever. I don't really intend on ever bringing it back. Other than that, I mean, we've got all our contracts up here. Well, do I have that thing? I mean, I don't want to get rid of this part of the stage, so probably not something I want to do here. But I do have to check that off eventually. We will do that another time though, I suppose. So out here we've also got the Science Junior data, which is great because that means we can ditch the stage, or at least lose it. I don't even think we will ditch it, to be honest. If it explodes on reentry, so be it. But if not, you know, we can probably recover it to make a bit of salvage money that way. So we'll try and actually carry it into Kerbin's atmosphere, I feel like. And other than that, I mean, we've got a bit of Munar propellant out here still. I think we don't even ever need that RCS. If we do, you know, it'll hopefully offer us a bit more Delta V on top, so that will be nice, most certainly. But we've got 923, so kind of hoping here that that will be enough for our return. Now, I kind of got to think of this, right? Because what you kind of have to take into account here is you don't go on this side of the moon and then just burn out and accept to, you know, have your orbit go out to Kerbin, because what you have to actually consider is our current orbit is sort of on this plane, right? So if I burn towards that direction, I'll just go and pull my orbit out into here. So what I'll actually have to do is I'll go on this side of the moon pretty much, not quite exactly that position probably. And then I will have to deorbit, won't I? Well, no, that doesn't actually... Wait. I am very confused. Do I need to break the moon's orbit first here? Oh, no, wait. I'm confused. Is that against... I'm very confused, but that does seem to be the right move. Wait, I gotta think about this. If I burn prograde here... Oh yeah, the Munar's orbiting that... Yeah, okay, yeah, my bad. So, while this is sort of the retrograde marker for this specific orbital plane, the Munar orbit, of course, goes this way. So if I would burn this direction, I would go prograde, actually. sort of in relation to Kerbin. So this is sort of my retrograde here. That does make sense. I was getting confused there for a second, but it actually does make sense. Now, Kerbin periapsis, we kind of just ideally want to bring that down as far as possible. That skewing is a bit weird, though. I could probably ideally save a bit of fuel by just breaking Munar orbit first. Which does actually require quite a lot of an effort. Oh yeah, because I am not... maybe I can actually instead rather delete... Well, actually... Can I... Hello? Grab this?
User
What happens?
from your
Oh
channel.
my god, my TeamSpeak is still going. Give me 1 second, guys. Perfect. Right, and there we go. Sorry for that one. So, if I move this point to here, that gives me a way more even pain, and at the same usage of delta V, I get a lot better of a periapsis right there. So that is very nice. Now, question, of course... No. I think we'll just keep it like this. And then once we reach the apoapsis, which... Let me just think, if I burn out here, I should reach the apoapsis after burning this instantly. Should I? Moon is orbiting this way, so I should be orbiting this way. So if I burn here, I should be reaching that apoapsis first before the periapsis, so I can then probably add a maneuver out. Oh no, I don't actually. What? I'm so confused. What's the moon in the orbiting direction? Why would I go this way? Oh no, maybe I would just already be kind of here when I actually... Yeah, okay, that makes sense, because we will have to orbit this thing once more before we reach that point in space. So I feel kind of the most efficient thing for me to do would be to actually go for this, then just go for an orbit, and then go for the deorbit out here. Alternatively, can just try and see if we can get this to a point where I reach the apoapsis first, but that'll probably impact my periapsis negatively, won't it? Yeah, so that doesn't make too much sense, does it? Oh, whoa. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh, now I could redo the whole maneuver. Great. Whoopsie. That was not intended. Let's get rid of that maneuver here. Why can't I get rid of it now? Please tell me I can get rid of it. Maneuver, delete. Okay, let's redo that. So, once we're on this pane here, add that maneuver. We'll go prograde, which is the actual... Oh my god, again. Are you for real? Oh, I hate this sometimes. Hitting all the wrong buttons. Really not fun. Let's try that another time, I guess. So we'll have to go prograde for like about 200 meters a second it was, right? Yup. And there we are on a 3 mil periapsis. If we go down a bit further, we should be able to get that down a bit more. So somewhere like that, and then we kind of got it just... That's 2.1 million. It's 2.7 million. So yeah, something like this, I suppose, and a little bit more of that, and then we're at 1.8 mil. I mean, honestly, do we really need to save every last bit of fuel here? Like, considering that I've got 900 m3 meters a second at delta V, I feel we can use a bit more. I mean, we do, of course, need a bunch for the deceleration burn as well, so I wouldn't want to do too crazy of a thing here. But we could also just use some atmosphere skimming to try and slow ourselves down, so that would be an option probably if we need an orbit to slow down. In that case, that should be fine. Just need to kind of pay attention not to make... Oh, yeah, not too crazy of a re-entry or something, because this is probably too crazy of a re-entry in terms of, like, heat energy that I will face through re-entry. 50k should be just about a skim of the atmosphere, so I think that maneuver should be about right. That should allow me to use the atmosphere to brake a bit, you know, that way I won't have to use as much fuel should I actually end up running a bit low, and I can just keep continuously going for orbits and skimming the atmosphere until eventually I'm slow enough to just get myself into the atmosphere, if that makes sense. So If need be, that'll save us a bunch of fuel. Not quite sure how much of burn we'll need out here, but we'll definitely try and use the rockets a bit as well, because we've got a lot of fuel still, and we've got the RCS, so I feel we should be fine here. But that's that then. So that is going to be our course home. The node is going to happen only in 30 minutes though. So Jeb, who is already excited to get himself back home, will have to see the dark side of the moon once more before we finally go for the burn home. Engines should all be ignited. I'll just, you know, stop it at like 5 minutes ahead of time. Just make a little last checkup if everything is actually indeed fine before we go for anything else. And then, oh god, these Munar sunrises by now, like with these new textures, don't you all think that that looks absolutely sick? Look at these textures. That's just looking great in my opinion. I mean, you can say what you want, but KSP right now is really one of my all-time favorite games, I think. It's really, really, really far up there. It's absolutely breathtakingly beautiful out here. Just imagine how KSP2 is going to look. I can't wait for that game. I literally can't wait for that game. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I hope you all are enjoying the series as much as me, because, like, honestly, I absolutely love it. But that said, let me just double check we're good on everything. So electric charge is refueled. We've got all our ablator down here, which is here in the heat shield. Staging is properly set up too. That's the fairing. That's already popped, of course. We've got our Science Junior out here. We'll just... Oh, we can display. No, wait. Review data. Oh, okay. While in space near the moon. Okay, so we are not getting any more out of that. Maybe we can check once more on the transfer back to Kerbin. If there is any experiments we can still gather data with. This one seems used, so that's fine. Okay, I'm going to get us a bit closer than like 2 minutes ahead of time, so we will start aligning to our actual node, which is going to be right here. Actually, wait. God, don't want the target relation anymore. Actually, can I unset target real quick here? Thank you. We're not going to need that anymore. Okay, just to avoid any confusion, you know. Just to avoid any of that. And here's our RCS, by the way, which I've never even used out here in space. That has cool sounds, though. Listen to that. That's sick, isn't it? That's definitely new. I've never heard RCS make much of any sounds in KSP, but I like it. I think it's great. Okay, so we'll have a burn time of 18 seconds here. So that means we'll start at 9 seconds with full power. Good thing I know the full power button now. And then we'll just kind of burn across to our target. So let's get a bit closer. Slowly but surely. Not spool ahead too quickly. And then stop here. Adjustment looks to be very good. And full throttle ahead. No, that's the wrong button apparently. Wasn't it Y? I'm so confused. Usually Y gets me full power, doesn't it? I am very confused. Anyway, so that should just slightly put us off course. So we will maybe need a few minor corrections here. Overall, should be pretty much on target, I hope. Alright, let's see where that gets us for a periapsis. We're at 58k, okay. That's 52. That should be... let's give it a tap. Oh my god! I tapped Y the first time, and it didn't work. Now I fat finger Y, and it does work. Of course! Of course! Oh my god. Okay, let's activate RCS for a second to get onto target quicker. I'm just gonna undo that for a second here. Let's just waste some fuel, you know. Why not? Why not just waste some fuel? But yeah, I don't want to have that steep of a re-entry all the way from the moon. That will generate a lot of heat, and I do not want to have that happen. That could end very deadly for poor little Jeb. I mean, to be honest, heat effects are still very, very tiny in KSP. At least that's what it feels like coming back from Kerbin. Who knows how it feels like coming back from the moon. But it does feel like he doesn't really have that much of an effect still in KSP, which is unfortunate. You know, I would love for it to be more realistic, but that's the way that it is at the moment. But still, I don't want to find out how that steep of a re-entry all the way out from the moon with all the speed that we are going to have in relation to Kerbin is going to look like. So, better to not try that out. We're going to just keep it like this, and, well, probably also can slow down a bit before re-entry with all the fuel that we have. But with that said, I think it is time to bid farewell to the moon. And, well, on we go to Kerbin, which is, where is it? Do we even see it on this? Hello? I don't think we can see it out here. No, we should be able to. We should be able to see Kerbin. There it is. There it is. On to Kerbin we go. Farewell, dear moon. It was a great time with you, and I hope we're going to be back soon for our first Munar landing. Really, really, really want to finally go for that. That is going to be awesome, but for the time being, let's get that time warp going as we slowly but surely coast away from the moon and leave our little probe behind. Should be somewhere down there, actually, I think. Bye-bye. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm just going to take the time as we go up here to kind of just, well, you know, see if we've got any on-top data that we maybe missed on the way here. I don't really think so, like, why would I have missed it? But you never know, you know. It could just be that I've been very busy with other things or something, so, you know. Gonna log that again halfway over to Kerbin as well, but for the time being, goodbye, dear moon. And, well, the travel to Kerbin is, of course, going to take us a bit of time. It's actually not too much. It's just 5 hours, it seems, so that is really, really not too bad. I wonder, by the way, right, we've already got so much space debris. I wonder if eventually, like, 30, 40 episodes into the series, I'll just end up flying into some space debris while trying to get myself back into Kerbin's orbit. That would be quite hilarious, to be honest. I hope it's never going to happen, but you never know, right? You never, ever really know, do you? But with that said, we should be out of Munar orbit in 45 minutes, so let's get ourselves out there. Well, out of Munar orbit, more out of the gravity range of the moon. That makes a bit more sense. And there we go. Okay, so yeah, you can see we're way past the apoapsis most definitely now. But with that said, let's just do one last check on pressure data. Okay, one last check on the temperature data. And there we go. That is everything covered. So, let's go and coast on to Kerbin. Finally get Jeb back home. Get all our nifty, nice science hopefully back home. Let's seriously, right? Fingers crossed that this thing doesn't explode. If it does, I'm going to be so mad. But what I'm actually going to do here, just to ensure that we will get that science that we have worked so hard for, I'm just going to place a quick save here, alright? So if we ever need that, we can hopefully resort back to that one. But with that said, let's coast on. Let's get back to Kerbin, and as you can see, that orbit speed is now going up like mad, because we're coming all the way from out there, so we're probably going to be rather fast when we get back closer to Kerbin's atmosphere, so we want to definitely slow down before our first atmosphere skim, because I'm very scared of blowing up, not gonna lie. I mean, the heat shield is probably going to do good for us if we actually decide to detach all this stuff, but ideally, as I said, I would actually like to try and carry this into the atmosphere as well so we can salvage that. How well it's going to work, I don't know. In a realistic real-world scenario, if like thermals in this game would be a bit more realistic, I would definitely not go for it, because I know the whole thing would instantly blow up. With Kerbin heat dynamics, Kerbal Space Program heat dynamics, I'm kind of a bit more confident, so we're going to give it a try. You know, I'm going to place another quick save, just in case, and, well, in case we need it, you know, we'll just resort to that as a final measure, I guess. But yeah, look at these orbit speeds. That is a lot. That is a lot to hit the atmosphere with. 3,000 meters a second. I mean, I've got 620 meters a second left in the stage. That's why I'm kind of going for this atmosphere skimming out here. Because, well, you're all able to see yourself that that is not going to be enough, are you? Oh, wait, no. Woo, that was actually a bit of a mistake. I maybe uncomfortably slowed us down here, to be honest. Because that is going to mean a steeper re-entry now. Ugh, I don't like this. Do not like this at all. We can probably burn up a bit. Just to raise our periapsis by a bit again. Because if we go into steep at these speeds, that is going to be painful. So we kind of want to avoid that. But at the same time, I also kind of want to lose orbital speed. So, yeah. How did RCS, by the way, work? In terms of actually, is that forwards? No. Oh my god. I don't know the buttons for RCS, to be honest. Okay, what's forward and backward for RCS now? Ah, okay, H. I don't know what the other one is, but this one is H that we want, sort of, a bit. So yeah, we're going to just use a bit of our RCS here. Slow that thing down by a little bit. Probably also... Oh, what am I doing? I don't even know sometimes. Don't ask. I don't know myself. But yeah, I'm going to keep a little bit of liquid fuel just in case I actually need it somehow. I feel we're going to have to go for multiple of these skims because that is going to... that's a lot of speed to slow down, and we've only got 320 meters a second. So I feel we're going to need to go for a lot of these atmospheric skims. I'm going to go and face as retrograde here. I'm going to keep RCS and SAS on just to try and stay on the retrograde marker as good as we can. And then we're going to have to pray for nothing to explode, fall off, anything else. I'm not too confident in that at the moment, but we're going to enter atmosphere very soon, so let's see how that ends up. And if we end up blowing up, fingers crossed that we won't. Pray with me, guys. Oh boy, what have I gotten myself into here? Gonna use up a bit more of that liquid fuel here now, just to slow that orbit down a bit more. As we're approaching the periapsis anyways, and then about 100 meters a second I'm just gonna save, and here goes the heat now. So let's see about that one. Let's hope we don't have too shallow of a re-entry and just bounce off, but I feel this should be good. Now you can already see the looming heat issue. What is heating up here, actually? I'm not quite sure. But, pray with me. Just pray with me. This is gonna be so bad, I'm telling you already. It already feels like it. This is gonna be bad. I'm just gonna use all my fuel now, honestly. I don't want to go up in flames. So please. Okay, and H. RCS! In RCS we trust. In RCS we trust. Okay, let's realign here just to make sure we're properly aligned and don't have anything of this stuff explode and that this is shielded. Especially this needs to be shielded from heat, of course. But yeah, you can see our orbital speed is going down, and you will be able to see our apoapsis here coming down more and more. But see, this is crazy. I mean, in a real-world scenario, it would have exploded like 15 bajillion years ago, so here, instead, we're maybe exploding when this thing goes all the way to red. I think that may end up being the case. I'm not quite sure. Gonna use more RCS. Gonna use all the RCS we have here. Because this is very, very, very spicy and... yeah, toasty, but we're still making it, right? Who needs heat shields anyways? If we make this, somehow... the meme of today's episode is going to be who needs heat shields anyways. And as I say that, I know we're going to explode. But, you know, let's hope for the best. I think we just actually managed to get the apoapsis down below... perfect. We're deorbiting. We're staying in the atmosphere. That's perfect. And the heat is going down again. As I said, who needs heat shields anyways, right guys? That is kind of mad, honestly. But yeah, as you can see, we're becoming slower and slower. Still taking us an absolute age, but I think the re-entry angle that I went for was about fine, so that's great to see. And we should now be getting slower and slower and actually starting to actually drop out of the sky as well. And there goes the last bit of RCS. But yeah, look at that. Here goes the actual orbiter curve. So we're definitely even going to stay on land. And we are now slowly but surely getting ourselves below 2,000 meters a second in a quick minute. So that's great. I'm not going to use any time acceleration here, just so you guys are aware, because I'm kind of slightly worried. Oh, that RCS thruster. Ooh, God. That got a little bit toasty. I'm really not sure what the whole heat thing is about here. How I am not exploding, I don't know. I cannot tell you all how this is even possible. Oh, that's not looking too... No? How? Is the engine maybe just... Like... Does the engine maybe regard... No, the game rather regard the engine maybe as heat absorbing? Could that be the case? Could that be the reason why nothing is exploding just because the engine absorbs the heat? I mean, like, real world, that doesn't make much of any sense, of course, but maybe... In terms of KSP1 game logics, that's kind of the only way that it doesn't explode from the engine heat. Because of course, you know, if something actually gets into the way of an engine exhaust in this game, it will be exploded. So, I don't know, maybe that's the reason. But, yeah. Meme of the day, everybody. Who needs heat shields anyways? I just got this thing in here. Somehow. I don't even know. I don't know how we did it, but... Well, everything's still in one piece. Not a single thing exploded. That is indeed kind of mad. But okay, I'm just going to keep readjusting to the deorbiting marker here. And, well, as we slow down, I'm eventually also going to deploy the parachute so it starts dragging us a bit. And then hopefully also it's going to stay together when the thing opens and the whole craft is not too heavy. Like, I would say with all the fuel out of the way and the craft kinda, you know, being rather small, that it should hold and not snap. But, you know, you never know, so keep praying, everyone. The prayers have helped me a lot so far, so please don't stop. Rip. You all stopped praying. Admit it. I forgot to change the staging. Okay, so much effort, all went to waste. It is what it is, I guess. That is very unfortunate, though. Well, you got all the research in here, so that does make me happy at the very least. Seeing our little buddy down there go doesn't make me too happy, though. I'm going to turn off SAS because the parachute is going to keep us aligned anyways. And it's opening nice and swiftly right here, and that thing goes boom. Rip. Wait, did the science module just survive? That looks like the science module survived the impact. Wait a second. I need to see this for myself. Let's time warp down a bit. Is that... No way. No way! The science module just survived the crash anyways. What? How? I'm so confused. I mean, I'm happy, you know, don't get me wrong, but that's so... I mean, that works for me, I suppose. But just... Okay, let's recover this vessel. I'm not quite sure if it will actually take the rest of the vessel with us, or if we need to recover that separately, but that's a good start. I mean, yeah, free Science Junior to discover there. And here we go. Look at the science motherload. 182 science, material study, mystery goo, another material study from the other craft, and recovery of a vessel returned from orbit around the moon, which is very low because I think we've already recovered some. Parts. Experiment storage unit, rechargeable battery, RCS thruster, heat shield, photovoltaic illuminator, monopropellant plater. Yeah, so we do need to recover the other stage. But look at that. $828,000 in funds? Wait, where did I get that from? Oh, it's kind of a mission summary, isn't it? It's probably from the contracts that I completed, but that's good. Oh no, that's actually my money right now. Holy moly, didn't we start into this mission with like 500k or something? I feel we made a lot of money from this as well. That's sick. I love it. Well, and Jeb, no XP gain. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, let's go into the tracking station real quick, though. Let's see. I hope that debris is still around. It should be. There it is. Good stuff. Where? There. Recover. And recover. Cool. Are we at more money now? 829. Very nice. Made an extra K from that mission. Very worth it. But that was kind of mad. I'm honestly kind of happy about myself there. Like, everything kind of went according to plan, surprisingly. Like, I would have kind of thought we were going to blow up and, I don't know, die a horrible death and other stuff. But, well, we're home. We made a lot of money. We've got 182 science and, you know, can research something nice from that, hopefully. So, yeah. Very, very happy overall. But I think this concludes our mission then, and it also concludes the episode for today. So we're certainly next episode gonna look into what we are going to get with that extra research that we have now. Probably also taking into consideration the next mission on our list there. And then we are going to head on to new adventures. So, very much looking forward to that. But for today, this has been it for this episode. So, I do hope you all very much enjoyed it. As always, if you did, don't forget about hitting that like button down below. That does tremendously help out the channel. And if you're new around here and haven't hit that subscribe button just yet, definitely make sure to do so. And don't forget about that notification bell, either, to stay up to date on any upcoming episodes. That said, as always, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I hope you'll have a good weekend, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.